Today I'm going to talk about 10 features of Stoic philosophy that make it possible for us to identify people who can't be trusted. We'll start with the first trait typically associated with narcissists. These individuals are usually more interested in their own wants and needs than anything else, constantly competing among themselves and doing whatever is necessary for gaining notoriety and self-admiration. When someone becomes too absorbed in themselves, always putting themselves first, and their conversations revolve around them alone, then this often means they are seeking approval from others, just as the narcissists do. We must therefore approach these individuals cautiously, given that their inflated egos may lead them into harming others for personal gain while disowning those victims so as to get back into the limelight. This quality suggests an attitude focused on one's ambitions rather than those of other people. Furthermore, it also includes a situation where some people spread rumors or create divisions within a society, behaviors philosophers consider as being harmful to one's self-confidence, as well as inner tranquility. Do you like digging up stories and digging out secrets about other people's indulgence? Remember that if people talk openly about someone else when you're not there, it could easily be misinterpreted as gossip about yourself. When someone shares information, it brings immense joy to such individuals. A partner would be imprudent if he/she shared private matters without considering how this affects them in relation to you, since smoking has various negative effects on your relationship with her/him. However much the influence takes hold of the habit of smoking, it doesn't change once, but keep growing stronger every day instead. On the other hand, no smoker wants his/her personal details known by all without authorization being sought from him/her first before letting his/her secret out there. In a context where two-sided trust exists between gossiper and another person, whenever one entrusts others with something confidential should prompt complete keeping it until its revelation. Or else, there is a possibility that the whole group realizes your secret and makes you feel embarrassed or let out your weak points. Stoic philosophy warns against mixing with such people who will ruin your dreams and ambitions. It is understandable that individuals experiencing high levels of stress often react quickly, displaying anger or violence towards others or themselves. Nevertheless, even in situations where someone may remain calm, if an object can make this person lose self-control, it means there are some people capable of using manipulative techniques, which in turn tend to raise mental strain and unhappiness. These individuals have mastered the art of sowing doubt through seemingly innocent remarks, with the ultimate aim of appearing indifferent to the concerns of others. One must be careful and never allow those who bully us, intimidate us, or break our trust to use us for their own purpose. Again, those who find it hard to make decisions on their own may need support and protection when making vital choices. Finally, Stoicism philosophy reminds us that since each choice we make carries consequences, we alone are responsible for choosing what happens next, not another person who can decide for us without our consent. Herein lies trust. How could one depend on somebody else if they cannot decide for themselves? The two response carries the answers to the issue at hand. Their resolution is that these people are sometimes irrational or whimsical, which cannot be explained by either their inconsistency in character, security, or clear objectives. It can be troubling, but it is a great way of understanding potential danger. The behavior of people is erratic and unpredictable because they are undecided and unsure about their targets, hence making it impossible to predict their reactions. Whenever you do not know who may walk into your life with malicious intentions, one must proceed with caution and vulnerability. The fifth response type is characterized by a moderate approach that respects others without exaggeration of their qualities or talents. Instead, this paper highlights honesty and decorum as fundamental values. Have you ever met someone who seems nice, but in reality, he/she says horrible things behind your back? Such actions should never be tolerated. When someone laughs at others' expense, it means that such treatment would befall you as well. In case if you find yourself in such a situation, I advise you to stop communicating with them once you realize they are dishonest, so as to swiftly gain your mental well-being. In the 6th year group, there seems to be much gossip among students. Therefore, wise philosophers of old advised their apprentices who enjoyed watching or listening to discussions not to immerse themselves too much into the talk. They warned them that statements uttered during these talks could return to haunt them and elicit jealousy. It is important for us to act intentionally and with care. As soon as friendly individuals find out that our interests do not coincide anymore or repeat what was said, then we will know how best to treat them. We should therefore be cautious when dealing with such kind of people, let alone trusting them immediately. However necessary, distance must also be maintained. But at some point, true interest changes from being about what just happens around us into simply talking. Nowadays, everybody wants to ask what someone else's job entails or where he went to school. Therefore, it is advisable getting to know each other on a deeper level, rather than just getting straight into the topic by inquiring about someone's job, education, and interests, which may sound cool, but that is not the best way to start a conversation like this. This kind of approach allows for a more natural flow of dialogue. However, there are some individuals who go beyond the normal and ask deeper questions about life, unlike most people. Though we may try as much as we can to avoid it, there could be situations when somebody keeps asking what our salary is. In such instances, it is important that one remains respectful, avoids unnecessary self-disclosure, and sets boundaries between them. Ideally, it would be better if this person was kept at arm's length. Every interaction an individual has with others suggests that it is impossible for anyone to be completely truthful. Rather, Stoics seek true human fellowship. Do you know a person who keeps on alternating between frowns, smiles, and compliments in a bid to guarantee optimism as well as happiness? These are people who practice the real sense of individualism. They struggle to win other people's affection and admiration. They earn trust by setting examples, hence maintaining oversight over others' activities while alarming everybody with all their moves. They want popularity and attention amongst society members. Still, be careful about those that become too friendly, because they may use their buddy-buddy attitude to get ahead or sell themselves in their own lives. It might not be worth keeping their company, since others may approach them and water down their genuineness. But these individuals appear to exist outside life itself, unlike most other people who have self-awareness. Limiting the extent of direct participation in authorized contests is one way towards minimizing potential challenges and avoiding disappointments in life or failures. The main problem of Stoicism philosophy is based on self-improvement and embracing femininity as its foundation principle. Exercise caution when making judgments about others through gossip, since malicious intent may be disclosed herein. Comparisons create dissatisfaction, as everyone sees defects in every aspect of his or her life. Instead of constantly measuring up oneself against another person, it is vital for one's own happiness and perspective concerning life to be sufficient unto him or herself alone. Therefore, avoid people who criticize too much without putting too much trust or value in what they say, lest they step on you one day. This goes back into criticism, which can cause discomfort among relationships, thus demanding that we watch our language carefully so that it does not hurt anyone else's feelings, if possible, at all times. However, there are a couple more categories I can introduce into this discussion. Apart from the Stoic maxim, treat others as you would have them treat you.